pretty emotional journey so far, as our reporter Nicola Rees reports from on board HMS Ark Royal.
It's easy to see why they call her the Mighty Ark. Powered by 4 Concorde-style jet engines, not even the gale force winds of Scotland can shake her. HMS Ark Royal is the flagship of the British Navy, but she's also a warship with a strong connection to Yorkshire.
Me, especially being from Leeds, it holds a special place in my heart, this ship, and I'm going to be absolutely gutted to see it go.
In 1941, the people of Leeds adopted the third Ark Royal as part of a fundraising campaign during the war. But just a few days later, the ship was torpedoed and sank. But that didn't stop the city raising a massive £9 million, enough to pay for a brand new ship.
I name this ship Ark Royal. May God protect her and all who sail in her.
But now the government has announced that the latest vessel to bear the famous name is to be scrapped.
And so this will be Ark Royal's final voyage, her very last journey through British waters. And for the crew on board, it's a chance to show off this mighty ship one last time. But for everyone, it's also a very sad occasion.
So this is what the first leg of the final voyage looks like, from the Firth of Clyde in Scotland up through the Hebrides, round past John O'Groats and Aberdeen, before finally arriving in North Shields. On board, the star attraction, of course, the Harriers. Today they'll be making their last ever landing on the Ark Royal after they too were axed in the Defence Review, and bringing them down for the final time, Lieutenant Andy Haywood from Otley and Petty Officer Richie Clough from Leeds.
What time is Jedi 1 and 2?
We're expecting Jedi 1 and 2 in at 10:45.
OK, so we'll get a full air team closed up, OK, ready in all respects to receive Jedi 1 and 2.
That's great, thanks very much. Right, we've just about to have the last 4 Harriers coming back to Ark Royal now. It's a very big moment for everybody, because obviously it's the last time it's going to be done. So yeah, I think everybody on board's got a bit of a special feeling about this.
And with the Harriers back on board, HMS Ark Royal can now complete her final voyage. And for the people of Leeds, there's one last message from the captain of the Mighty Ark.
To the good people of Leeds, I say thank you very much for all your support over this last 6-7 decades. You're a wonderful city, and I think someone said to me last week, extraordinary city, extraordinary ship, and I can't sum it up any better than that.
Nicola Rees, BBC Look North, on board HMS Ark Royal.
Gosh, that really is a little piece of history going,
isn't it?
it?
Some stunning pictures there as well. And.
Another day on board HMS Ark Royal and another visitor to her floating runway. It's one more for the history books as a Merlin helicopter becomes the last to ever land on her deck. This is the Mighty Ark's final voyage, a journey that helicopter pilot John Mormey will not forget.
It's really sad. Look, we love the Ark Royal, we love being on board and embarking her, and it's sad to see her go, so hopefully we'll give her a good send-off.
And a good send-off wouldn't be complete without the Harrier jump jets on board. They too are soon to be decommissioned following the recent Defence Review, something which hasn't escaped the notice of their pilots.
I had a for sale sign in the Harrier, and it's just a bit of gallows humour. The Royal Navy's renowned for when the chips are down, a bit of humour gets you through. So it's special because it's the last time ever that Harriers will land on the flagship HMS Ark Royal.
In fact, it's the last time ever that the Ark Royal will sail through British waters, so this trip is a special one.
So it's another very blowy day on board HMS Ark Royal. Early morning, we've just sailed around the northwesterly tip of Scotland. The next stop is Newcastle.
And the man whose job it is to get us there, the Ark Royal's longest-serving officer, Matt Deuce from Pontefract.
We're just approaching Penland Firth at the moment, and the merchant traffic is increasing, so we're just making sure that we're going to clear these merchant vessels before making the turn down to the North Sea on our way to Newcastle.
At 700 feet long and with 1,000 people on board, the Ark Royal is like a village at sea. And for the Yorkshire members of crew, reminders of home are everywhere. Leeds has had a strong connection with this ship ever since the city adopted the fourth vessel in 1941 and eventually raised £9 million to replace it.
Wherever you go on Ark Royal, you find little indications of our relationship with the city of Leeds. So imagine my delight when I joined the ship a few months ago, when I had a close look at these church chairs, and when turning around, discovered a plaque on the back, which says, "Presented to HMS Ark Royal by the City of Leeds, 1955.
The great thing about Leeds' affiliation with Ark Royal is it's something that's been there over history and over time, so there's a real strength and depth.
It's now 3 days since the ship set sail from Scotland and her final voyage is almost complete.
So we're just coming into North Shields now, and this is a really poignant moment for everyone on board, because after 25 years loyal service, this ship is finally coming back to the people who built her, and I think she's going to get quite a welcome.
And over the next few days, thousands turned out to say a final goodbye to this very special warship. Nicola Rees, BBC Look North, on board HMS Ark Royal.
Thanks, Nicola. Fascinating.
Yeah, a little piece of history going to the famous shipyard.